boys and girls, it's Maria Dismondy, and today we had a lesson all about leadership. We talked about what are the qualities of a good leader. We started by hearing the story Swimmy by Leo Leone, which is a story about these little red fish who are fearful of the big fish, so afraid that they don't swim throughout the day. They just hide all day long. Well, Swimmy, he's this little black fish, he is a leader, and he says, that's not okay. We got to be a problem solver and figure this out. You can't just hide in fear all day. You have to enjoy your life. And so Swimmy figured it out, and he tested the waters, and he taught all the fish how to swim in a large formation so that they could scare away the big fish. And he was the eyeball. And he was a good leader. He was an honest leader. He did not hurt the big fish. He was a problem solver. We read a second book called Katerina and the Lemonade Stand by Aaron Eder Kono. And we learned that Katerina wanted to raise money to buy a scooter. And so she had to work hard to make her lemonade stand out from the rest, because lots of people have lemonade stands. And so how could hers be different? So she was a creative leader. She was thoughtful. She worked really, really hard. And in the end, my favorite part of the book, it says ways to stand out, be creative, plan well, work hard, find the best assistant. At the end of the book, she went to the scooter store to buy a shiny new scooter for her brother Leo. So something that you don't know in the whole entire story is that she's not working hard to buy herself a scooter. She was doing this to buy her brother a scooter. And so we used a napkin. I used a napkin folded in this triangle to teach you about good leaders. Good leaders do not lead from the top. So let's say like this is a leader, okay? And then all these other little people down here fill up the space of the team. So it'd be like this. Lots of different team members. Okay, so I'm helping you to visualize why I'm using a napkin. Okay? Good leaders don't just lead from top down because people feel out of touch. They feel like they don't have a say. They feel like they're not a team. And if I flip it over, this is leading from the bottom. Good leaders don't lead from the bottom either, even because now the people have a word, but the leader is at the bottom dealing with all of the other things and can lead to exhaustion, where the leader needs to be healthy to be able to think creatively and stand out. And then we talked about leading like this, where the leader pushes everyone, and people don't like to be pushed. Maybe a little bit, but people do not like to be pushed into doing things. They need to have their own motivation. So this is not a good model for leadership. This is the best model for leadership, where the people follow the leader and the leader is able to come and pull the people behind and say, you know what? Come with me. I have these great ideas. You know, why don't you come try out this idea? So maybe sometimes the leader will switch places with one of the team members and say, I'll come back here. You lead out here from the front. We watched a video of an exact idea like this with birds. Birds actually have a great leadership. And so you can download the PowerPoint and see the video of the birds flying in the V formation, and you can learn about how birds are good leaders. They don't let anyone in their team fall behind. If someone in their team gets hurt, two other birds will fly back and help that bird get well again and try to join the formation again. The birds in the back squawk and make noises to encourage the leader. It's pretty cool. And please know that the video I found on the bird formations, it was made by a student, so some of the words are spelled incorrectly. And what else did we talk about? We talked about the qualities of a good leader. The qualities of a good leader are, oh, and I had all the children bring a stuffed animal today. Let me see. I think my kids took my stuffed animal. I can use one of these little characters. A good leader thinks from other people's point of view. They're a good listener. They act with integrity. They tell the truth. A good leader is a problem solver, and a good leader perseveres. They have to work pretty hard. So what I did is I taught everyone about something called whole body listening. We focused on one of those qualities of a good leader. A good leader listens with their entire body, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. A good leader listens with their brain. So as I'm talking to you right now, you should not be looking over there or thinking about what your mom's going to make you for lunch today or thinking about what you're going to watch on TV later. Your brain should be listening to the words that I'm speaking. That's what a good leader does. They listen with their brain. They look with their eyes. When someone's speaking, you give good eye contact. You're not looking here or there or here or at your phone. A good leader uses their ears to listen. So you're listening. You're hearing the words I'm saying. Now, if we were in a conversation, a good leader would use their mouth to engage in the conversation, and that might look like this. Oh, Maria, I hear you're talking about whole body listening. That's really neat. Where did you learn about that from? So a good leader isn't talking about themselves the whole time, but they're asking the person speaking to them. They're engaging. They might summarize what the person is saying. Like I just had this little guy summarize what I was saying and ask me questions about what I'm talking about. Okay? And now we're going to go to the hands. The little hands. A good leader does not cross their arms and look bored. Body language is really important for good leaders. You're not going to stand like this when someone's talking to you. You want to use eye contact and you try to keep your hands at your sides. And last but not least, heart. A good leader listens with their heart. And so they're empathetic. They're thinking about others. So as I'm talking to little Prince Charming here, and I'm telling him that I was having a really bad day yesterday, true story, Prince Charming is listening with his heart, and he might say something like, wow, I've had a bad day before, and I can totally see how you must be feeling. Is there something I can do to help? Okay, so good leaders listen with their brain, their eyes, their ears, their mouth. They keep their hands steady, and they listen with their heart. Boys and girls, our action today was to draw a picture of yourself. And using a star or a dot, I wanted you to mark down the parts of whole body listening: brain, eyes, ears, mouth, heart, and hands, to remind you of whole body listening. We said goodbye today in Croatian, and it's loko noš. Loko noš. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you on Friday when we're talking about self-care. Loko noš.